I'm trying to decide if Cory Booker's attempt to remain relevant is sad or hilarious, but I guess two things could be true at once. So we're going to see today, of course, is Kash Patel taking him to the wood chipper over his role at the FBI. But before we begin, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so we can break through the algorithms. Here we go.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Patel, I want to start off where we left off last time. I asked you whether you had any knowledge or discussions about removing FBI officials and installing political personnel before you were confirmed to that position. And I wonder, did you then understand or have conversations with the White House about the intentions to do so?
Before I was confirmed?
Yes, sir.
Did I have discussions with the White House to remove FBI personnel?
Yes.
No.
So you're saying that you had no discussions with the White House before you were in the position about the removal of any personnel from the agency?
As I was preparing for my confirmation hearing, I had numerous discussions involving the type of people that would be employed, and that those that were failing to meet the mark at the FBI would no longer be employed if I were confirmed.
And I'm assuming that mark had to do with loyalty to the Trump administration.
No, you're wrong.
Okay. Have there been any FBI agents who investigate crimes against children that have been assigned to immigration enforcement, yes or no?
The premise of what you say is entirely false.
Have there been any FBI agents who investigate foreign domestic terrorism?
You don't get to say the America is not safer under this leadership.
I am not saying
America is safer because of the work of the FBI.
You're making a presumption of premise.
4,700 children.
Sir,
we have seen 6,000 weapons and 23,000 violent felons have been arrested.
That FBI agents who investigate human trafficking have been reassigned to immigration enforcement. I don't think you're fit to head the Bureau, but here's the thing, Mr. Patel. I think you're not going to be around long. I think this might be your last oversight hearing. Because as much as you supplicate yourself to the will of Donald Trump and not the Constitution of the United States of America, Donald Trump has shown us in his first term and in this term, he is not loyal to people like you. He will cut you loose. This may be the last time I have a hearing with you because I don't think you're long for your job. But I'm going to tell you this, I pray for you. I pray for you that you can step up and defend your oath, defend the Constitution, and do a much better job of defending this country. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Do you want to say anything?
Yes, sir.
At this point?
That rant of false information does not bring this country together. If you want to work on bringing this country, it's my time, not yours.
My God.
If you want to talk about
dividing this country,
it is my time.
I follow you on your social media posts that tear this country apart.
To address your falsehoods.
Oh, you can try all you want
in this country.
to not take responsibility for what you have said. Sir, you're making a mockery of this committee. Sir, you don't tell me my time is over. The people of New Jersey tell me what my time is. You can't lecture me.
You can tell me my time's over.
You may be the charge of the FBI,
not going anywhere.
but I am not afraid of you.
Mr. Chairman.
Not afraid of you.
Mr. Chairman, point of order.
Senator Booker, I announced at the beginning of this meeting that this back and forth, talking over each other doesn't work. And I said if that happened, I asked Patel not to respond, and I was going to give him some time after the senator's time was up to respond. And he has the privilege to do that uninterrupted.
Mr. Chairman, one point of order.
Go ahead, Mr.
I've
Patel.
watched him talk over us, and you've never once criticized him for us not even being able to get our questions out.
Well,
he has been rude and disrespectful to senator after senator.
And when the senators were not giving him a chance to answer, I didn't stop the senator either. Go ahead, Senator.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. If the FBI, under my 7-month leadership, were failing this administration in this country, why do we have 23,000 violent felons arrested this year alone? A double increase from that time last year. Why is it that we have seized 6,000 weapons? Why have we found 1,500 child predators and arrested them? Why have we 300 human traffickers in jail? Why have we found and identified 4,700 children? Why have we seized 1,600 kilograms of fentanyl, enough to kill a third of the American public, a 25% increase alone from last year? 88,000 kilograms of cocaine seized, 7,000 kilograms of meth seized, and that's just on our criminal operations operations in summer heat? How is it possible that we're taking 8 kilograms off the streets of the cities in New Jersey and preventing the deaths of 607,000 people this year alone, a failure of the FBI and my leadership? How is it that we have counterintelligence arrests already this year exceeding the numbers from the entirety of last year? 33% increase in PRC, 83% in Russia, 60% in the CI space as it relates to Iran, and we haven't even talked about CT, the southern border, the northern border.
So according to Cory Booker, we're supposed to feel less safe right now with Kash Patel and Donald Trump in charge, all right? Do you feel less safe? Do you feel like the laws aren't being enforced? Right? Or do you feel that we have a closed southern border? Do you feel that human trafficking rings are being broken up? Do you feel that drug dealers are being bombed on their way into this nation? Because that's how I feel right now. And this is all the stuff I voted for. And even though Kash Patel is not perfect, right? I really don't agree with the way they've handled the whole Epstein situation, right? He is a welcome change to what we had in the past. People who would come to Capitol Hill and then lie about the state of pretty much everything. Oh, we swear we're safer than we've ever been. We swear the border is closed. We swear that crime is going down. Only now we can actually feel it in our streets. We can feel it in our cities. We can see that people actually care about collecting, rounding up, arresting criminals in this nation once again. But of course, we don't want to say that to Cory Booker. Now, what's also interesting is another exchange that Kash Patel had with Mazie Hirono.
Special agents to investigate cybercrime were also reassigned for immigration enforcement. Have those expert investigators returned to their duties? Yes or no?
All agents remained on their primary duties while surging to allocate resources for interagency operations to the Homeland Security task forces across this country.
So are you...
Am I what?
See, I'm not getting the yes or no answers. I get all this explanation. So there you go.
No, you get the work that the men and women of the FBI are doing. And you don't want that.
Additional personnel cuts to the cyber division in the future?
The only people that will be terminated at the FBI will be those that violate their oath of office or fail to meet the high standards at the FBI.
You know, you've been asked some questions about changes to your hiring standard, and including college degrees and possibly the age. But, you know, one question I had is, that you are now requiring applicants to be able to do a certain kind of pull-ups, which a lot of women cannot because of physiological differences. Are you requiring these kinds of pull-ups?
We are requiring a physical program at BFTC at Quantico because FBI agents carrying guns in the field have to chase down bad guys and do really hard work. The physical fitness standards of those agents
So are you requiring these kinds of pull-ups?
We are requiring everybody to pass the 1811 standards at BFTC. If you want to chase down a bad guy
Excuse me,
and put
the
him in
reason I
handcuffs, you
asked-
better be able to do a pull-up.
So apparently Mazie Hirono is very upset that Kash Patel actually has his FBI agents multitasking, all right? Because she says, how in the world is the FBI able to fulfill its mission if they're out there helping with illegal immigration, all right? Well, what is the mission of the FBI? Oh, it's to basically fight terrorism, domestic threats on our soil, and of course to enforce federal law. And guess what? These things are not all mutually exclusive. How often is illegal immigration mixed in with terrorism and foreign threats, right? I would say it's actually quite a lot. But I love how upset Mazie Hirono gets when Kash Patel refuses to answer with simple yeses or nos. He actually wants to provide a little bit of context, okay, what you think would actually be a little bit important, but not to Mazie Hirono. I mean, this poor lady, there's got to be someone better from Hawaii because she is borderline retarded. But of course, what really makes her upset is when the FBI is requiring women to be able to do a pull-up, because heaven forbid you actually have someone on a job that requires a bit of physicality who actually has that strength. And I love the way that Kash Patel puts it, right? If you're going to have someone chasing down bad guys in the streets with guns, they might have to have a certain aptitude for strength. They might have to be able to do a pull-up. Okay, but this, of course, flies in the face of the left and all of the DEI stuff they've been practicing the last several years. Apparently, Mazie Hirono is of the same mindset as all of those fire chiefs out in LA, where you're hiring a bunch of women to meet quotas who can't lift a person out of a burning building. So yes, believe it or not, there has to actually be a certain amount of physical strength required in some jobs. And you'd think that law enforcement would be one of the prime places where this would be an actual requirement. But don't tell that to poor Mazie Hirono over there. So think whatever you want about Kash Patel. As I mentioned before, I think he's dropped the ball on a few things, but he's a huge improvement over people like Christopher Wray and his ilk. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and say hi to your mom for me. Do you like t-shirts? Of course you do. And now you can support the channel by buying an Angry Teacher t-shirt designed by me, Angry Teacher. So if you like America, if you like freedom, if you like liberty, then go ahead and click the link in the description, where all designs, of course, are 100% mother approved. So enjoy yourself and find something you like today.